This is the Washington Times front page for Thursday, September 23rd, 2021. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Democrats are feuding over spending and other issues as time runs short on President Biden's first-year agenda. Deputy Political Editor Dave Boyer reports with time running out, 11 Democratic senators urged House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to delay a vote on the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill scheduled for Monday. Meanwhile, moderate Democrats in the House and Senate want to pare down the $3.5 trillion companion social spending bill. Even then, it still might not pass. With deadlines in Congress looming next week, intra-party disagreements raise the specter of Democrats failing to produce any significant achievements heading into the 2022 midterms. That seems to have dinged the president's job approval rating, which fell to its lowest point, 43%, in Gallup's tracking poll on Wednesday. On immigration, hundreds of Haitian migrants that have gathered on the southern U.S. border have been flown directly to Port-au-Prince, Haiti, with 4 flights out of Texas on Tuesday and 3 listed for Wednesday. It's not clear how many have been deported, but law enforcement sources told our Stephen Dinan that most, particularly families, are being processed and released. Under normal times, Haitians who jump the border would be put into deportation proceedings, but have a chance to stake asylum claims. But the Biden administration is using a pandemic emergency power known as Title 42 authority to expel many migrants immediately. The tough talk and reality of some deportations have divided the Biden administration and its supporters. On Capitol Hill, Ohio Congressman Anthony Gonzalez decided last week not to run for re-election, and the 9 other House Republicans who voted to impeach former President Trump on a charge of inciting the January 6th riot on the U.S. Capitol also find themselves in a fight-or-flee situation. Seth MacLachlan reports 9 of the 10 pro-impeachment lawmakers have faced criticism by their local or state Republican Party committees. They all face primary challengers, though some are more serious than others. More twists could come as states finalize new congressional maps in the redistricting process. Gonzalez said he started rethinking a re-election bid after police met him and his family at the Cleveland airport after his impeachment vote. The announcement was a blow to the dwindling number of members in the House Republican caucus who have publicly lamented the negative influence Trump has had on the party. A reminder that you can find all these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. Don't have access to the Times yet? Visit WashingtonTimes.com/George to get 25% off your annual subscription. Legal affairs reporter Alex Sawyer looks at abortion regulations globally as the Supreme Court gears up to hear a challenge to Roe v. Wade this term. France limits the procedure to the first 12 weeks of pregnancy. Germany, Switzerland, Russia, the Czech Republic, and Greece also have the same constraint. Italy restricts abortion to the first 90 days of pregnancy, and Croatia limits it to 10 weeks. Access among the states varies, but the U.S. has recognized a national right to abortion before a fetus is viable since the 1973 Roe ruling. Texas enacted a law this month banning abortion after a fetal heartbeat is detected, usually around 6 weeks of pregnancy. Mississippi enacted a law in 2018 restricting abortion after 15 weeks, citing concerns about the health of women who undergo the procedure later in their pregnancies. That law is the basis of the Roe challenge coming up this Supreme Court term. And finally, in another installment of our Big Talk series, James Varney talks with Alfredo Ortiz, president of the Job Creators Network. The Georgia-based advocacy group bills itself as the voice of real job creators, and Ortiz is trying to raise awareness of the issues that are facing small businesses. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and follow us for free on all of your favorite podcast platforms. Just search Washington Times. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.